Hello, everyone. For this week's research, I decided to take a look at Knockout. You can go to the site at KnockoutJS.com. And Knockout is a JavaScript framework that is used for developing dynamic user interfaces. It's typically used on smaller one-page applications rather than on bigger projects. A couple of nice things about Knockout is that it is deployed as a single JavaScript file, so implementing it into your site is easy. And also, there are no dependencies, and it works without any other JavaScript library. As you can see, well, actually, before I talk about that, implementing Knockout, if you look here, you can download right here on the main page, or you can go to download and install, and you can download it again. It tells you different ways to go ahead and get that. And then just to install it, all you have to do is reference that JavaScript file using a script tag on your HTML page like this. And here's my code from my demo. And you can see that I have implemented it right here. Knockout is a model view model, uses the model view model pattern. And just a reminder, the model, it would be the stored data or the information. The view would be the user interface, and the view model is the JavaScript representation of the model data and also the associated functions for manipulating the data. The magic of Knockout comes with something called observables. When you declare a view model data or property as observable in Knockout, all modifications to the data are automatically reflected to all places wherever it's used. This includes refreshing related dependencies. And using observable makes it really, really easy to make user interface and view model communicate dynamically with each other. A computed observable is a function which is dependent on one or more observables, and it'll automatically update whenever its underlying observables or dependencies change. Knockout also uses two-way data binding, and I have a little screen cap here about that. The two-way data binding between the model and the view, the data model and the user interface, makes it so that any changes done to the data model are automatically reflected in the UI and vice versa. So there's that with the two-way data binding. And Knockout it kind of offers a simple way to manage complex data-driven interfaces, and you don't have to rely on or write code for event handlers and listeners for dependency tracking. So basically, instead of writing code to manipulate the DOM elements, actions from the user interact with the view model object, and then Knockout makes sure that the page elements are all synchronized together. The example that I came up with is just a quick little Knockout example here. Your name, I'm Melony, and it's going to tell me hello Melony right there. And my birthday, well, it's not today, but it is June 7th. And it's going to go ahead and repeat that back to me. I will go ahead and include my source files. Of course, you can all take a look at those and play around with it or just familiarize yourself with it. Back to the Knockout page, you can also check out the documentation, of course, which goes into a little more detail about some of the things that I talked about, like the dependency tracking. It's also really great because it's a pure JavaScript library. You can add it on top of your existing web applications. It's really small, just all kinds of things that you can learn about it. I know this one isn't used as much anymore, but I don't know, something just made me want to look into this one. The site also includes, excuse my cat, includes live examples that you can look at, just from a simple, my first name and my last name, and it updates as you go, as you can see. And there's all kinds of there's more detailed examples and things like that. Also on the site are tutorials, which are great. You can just run through them. It starts out really simple and gets more advanced as you go. But it's a really great way to start out with it. I had a pretty easy time with this one. I guess that's really all I have. So I look forward to seeing everybody else's videos, and best of luck, everybody.